Detective agency. I think this goes in the folder on the shelf and this goes in the drawer to the right. When Luke left this morning, you promised him you'd tidy up the office for him. That's why you're cleaning the second floor right now. Hold on, what's this? You discover a light colored piece of paper standing out from the other files on the table. You pick it up for a closer look. The handwriting is definitely Luke's. Watch a midnight premiere with Shiraira. Learn a new recipe and make it for Shiraira. Looks like these are Luke's secret New Year's resolutions. He checks one off the list every time he completes one. You can feel the smile rising on your face as you look at the paper filled with his thoughts of you. As you move down the list, you discover that there's one that's not completed yet. Build another perfect snowman. Another perfect. Before you can give it more thought, the multifunctional calendar clock on the table starts to announce the time. Glancing at it, you see the date and weather forecast displayed on its screen. Sunny, with temperatures higher than previous winters, looks like it will be another warm winter. It won't be long until this year comes to an end as well. Seems like there won't be snow this year either. Hey, no snow this year. But wouldn't that mean Luke's New Year's resolution this year won't be? Looking at the neat check marks on the piece of paper in your hand again, you instantly make up your mind. I have to figure out a way to find a place with snow. Then I have to help Luke Sally complete the last check mark. The door to the office opens as you're deep in thought. Luke's voice resonates from the door. Sarah, I'm back. I also picked up the packages that were downstairs. Luke walks in with a mountain of packages, not noticing the expression on your face. You let out a small sigh of relief and quickly shoved the New Year's resolution list back into the pile of files. You're back way too early, Luke. I didn't even finish cleaning yet. Luke puts down the packages after hearing what you said and winks at you. That's exactly why I came back early. The office has been so messy as of late, so I wanted to come back and clean up with you. How far did you get? Are you tidying up the table now? I thought I saw you holding something in your hand just now. No, I'm organizing the bookshelf. I removed some of the stuff and temporarily put it on the table. Luke's question startles you, but he quickly nods after hearing your reply. Alright, I'll take care of the table then. We'll finish earlier if we do this together. The faster we finish this, the faster we can go get some food. Sure. Family restaurant. After tidying up, the two of you arrive at a restaurant deep in an alley not too far from the office. The restaurant isn't that big, but it's extremely packed. You would have had to wait in queue for a very long time if Luke hadn't made reservations. From the looks of the furnishings, this place seems to have opened not too long ago. How'd you find this place, Luke? Well, I accidentally discovered this place when I was ordering takeout a few weeks back. I thought their food was amazing the first time I ordered from here. After that, I continued to order from this place and the quality remained spectacular. So I thought of taking you here when we got the chance. The food is definitely better fresh out of the kitchen. Have a look and see what you like. Luke hands you the menu and you flip through the pages. However, you have no idea what you want to eat. Why don't you do the ordering? You've eaten here before, so you definitely know what's good. Sure. Luke waves the waiter over and quickly orders 3 dishes and a soup. After a while, a middle-aged woman rushes over to your table with an apologetic look on her face. Hi there, sorry for bothering you, but there has been some confusion in the kitchen when making your order. Do you mind coming with me to go over it? Eh? You and Luke look at one another. He then nods at the owner and looks back at you. I'll go check it out. Just sit tight, Sharara. Okay. You watch as Luke follows the owner toward the kitchen. You can't help but think about the difficulties in this journey of a meal. Suppose wanting to enjoy good food can be a challenge. The better the business is, the higher the chance of unexpected events happening. Since a delay is due, you pick up the brochure held up by the Devil's Place card. Aside from the restaurant's recommended dishes, there are also promotions for other events written on it. You look through a few of them and are immediately drawn to one with the title Return of the Winter Paradise. The Return of the Winter Paradise you've all been waiting for is happening during the Winter Wish Festival. It has all the old goodies with an all new experience. Come and relive the wonderful memories. Winter Paradise? A familiar feeling rises in your chest. As you peruse the details, you hear Luke's voice float by. I'm back. It's all been taken care of. We'll be able to eat in no time. Huh? That brochure, isn't that the amusement park we went to when we were little? Luke pulls his chair up beside you and stares at the brochure in your hand. If I recall correctly, that place shut down for a renovation soon after we visited. I didn't expect it to take so many years to finish. Yeah, I didn't think it'd take that long as well. I was pretty surprised when I saw it earlier. Following Luke's gaze, you look at the brochure again. Winter Tracks, the most popular ride back then. It is still the most recommended attraction today. Come to think of it, Luke and I didn't get to go on the slide last time. Maybe we can do it this time. Wait, snow? A magnificent idea pops into your head. You place the brochure back where you found it and pretend to feel indifferent about it. You then steer the conversation back to the meal. Ah, forget that. I'm starving. When will the delicious food you promised be ready? Soon. It will be here soon. Moments later, the waiter brings the dishes. The food is as delicious as Luke described it to be. As full as you are, you can't help but stuff your mouth with another bite. If I wasn't as full as I am now, I would order more dishes just to try them all out. It's alright, we live pretty close by, so we can come here whenever we want. There's no rush to try their entire menu in one day. You're right, let's go grab the check. You and Luke grab your things and head to the front desk. Coincidentally, the person managing the register is the owner from before. As she sees the two of you approaching, she smiles gently and speaks with an apologetic tone. I'm sorry for ruining your experience today. Please allow me to treat you to your meal today. Um, oh, you don't have to do that. Oh, it's perfectly fine. The Winter Wish Festival is coming. Just see it as my early promotion for the restaurant's upcoming events. You and Luke nod and accept as she continues to insist. Hey, would you two like to make a wishing tag together? We'll hang it up during the Winter Wish Festival for good luck. Wishing on the Winter Wish Festival is a tradition. It is said that if you can make a wish with someone you care about, the gods will bestow a blessing on the two. The two of you nod. The owner brings two heart-shaped wishing tags, seals, and colored pens for the two of you. Luke begins to write without taking much time to think. You, on the other hand, look at the tag in your hand with thoughts running through your mind. Luke's wish is most likely to make another snowman with me. What should I put down? You remember the brochure you saw earlier as you sift through your thoughts. The sound of laughter and the feeling of slight regret from the two of you were younger comes to mind. Then this will be your wish. You want to go on the winter tracks with Luke and fulfill what the two of you weren't able to complete long ago. Luke's bedroom. You and Luke walk around after the meal. It's already nighttime by the time you get home. After getting cleaned up, you snuggle into Luke's arms and tell him about the interesting things you've experienced lately, looking for the perfect time to proceed with your plan. By the time you share the annoying yet hilarious gossip about your third colleague, Luke is no longer able to hide his snort of laughter. You said before that work as an attorney is serious work, but after hearing your stories today, it doesn't seem all that dull. I've been working for some time now, and I finally understand. Some of the clients aren't really there for a consultation, they're just there to have a little fun. Good thing all I have to do lately is to close my previous case. I won't have to take on any new clients for a while. Does that mean you'll have some free time in the next few days? Yeah, it should be pretty relaxing. Oh, about that, why don't we find a place to go during the Winter Wish Festival holiday? You reach out and put your arms around Luke's neck, batting your eyelashes at him and trying to act cute. Luke has no defenses against your smiling feet advances. He draws you in even closer with his arm. Sure, I don't have much going on during those couple of days either. Where do you want to go? I don't know actually. Let me see if there are any fun places to go to. Saying that the fish has taken the bait, you take out your phone and pretend to look at the forum's recommendations. After a few seconds, you coincidentally stumble upon an advertisement for Winter Paradise. You hold up your phone and show it to Luke. What a coincidence! I just started looking and it's the promotion we saw at the restaurant again. Look, Luke. Luke takes the phone and takes a closer look. He begins to smile. The description emphasized their use of the most advanced snowmaking technology from abroad, guaranteeing that the amusement park will be covered in snow all day. So, the snow is not going to be patchy like it was in the past, right? Luke's words stuck at your memories. The hilarious incident from years ago comes back with increasing clarity. Now that you mention it, the snow really wasn't all that great back then, but we still had a good time. We were still little, so being able to see so much snow and such a big amusement park was enough to make us happy. You naturally snuggle into Lou's arm a little more, and your mind begins to wander. Happiness was something so simple and innocent when we were young. So, would you like to go and revisit Winter Paradise? The sudden warmth of Luke's voice drags your attention back to reality. You met his gaze, your heart filling with joy. Of course, seeing the advertisement twice in a row has to mean something. We have to go. Alright then, let's go revisit our past. Luke's eyes are as gentle as ever. Little does he know that his decision to go to Winter Paradise is all part of your trap. Time flies and it is already the day of the Winter Wish Festival. You and Luke arrive at the renovated Winter Paradise very early. However, as you finally stand before Winter Paradise, the view in front of you astonishes you. Winter Paradise. Everything before your eyes is covered in snow. There are even snowflakes and chunks of fluffy snow falling from the sky. You wouldn't have believed that you were still in Salis if the two of you hadn't just come from the city. This really looks like something right off of Winter Wonderland. Luke looks calmer compared to your surprise outburst. Look, you don't look surprised at all. You're acting like you've seen this before. Well, I've seen countless magnificent sights throughout my years on the job. This is nothing in comparison. The snow here isn't all that impressive. I suppose he does have a point. Luke fiddles with the amusement park map in his hand. So, where should we start? Let me have a look. You take the map from Luke's hand and look all around, unable to decide. As you read upon the park guide, you confirm that the attractions here were rebuilt according to their original design. So the place where you and Luke once built a snowman is now called the Winter DIY Cabin on the map. The challenge right now is how to make going to the Winter DIY Cabin appear like a natural course of action. Well, You hesitate and stutter. You're having trouble deciding if you should tell him that you want to go there directly or if you should hide your intentions a little and go somewhere else first. As you continue to hesitate, Luke leans down and moves his fist closer to yours. Why don't we go here first? Luke points at the map and his finger falls on the cabin icon. You look at Luke again and feel a smirk behind his eyes. It's as if he sees right through your plans. You're at a loss for words. In the next immediate second, Luke gently grabs your hand. Herrera, I've already long had the feeling that you've discovered my secret. Revisiting this place was just a surprise that you wanted to give me. You wanted to find an opportunity to make another snowman with me, right? It is as unexpected as it is expected. Luke has seen right through you. However, you feel no sense of frustration or anger. Instead, you feel a strange warmth in your heart. What did I do to make you notice? I thought I was hiding it quite well. Luke starts to laugh upon hearing you mutter to yourself. So that's what bothering you? I feel that something was off since the day we were organizing the office. You were behaving a little different from usual that day. Afterward, you coincidentally found the brochure to Winter Paradise again. Your hesitation when looking at the map just now confirmed my suspicions. You feel your words die in your throat as you listen to Luke's explanation. You thought you did a great job pretending and acting through it all. Little did you know he had already seen through everything. Hi, I never should have imagined that I would be able to hide anything from the eyes of Detective Pierce. I would have just been more straightforward if I had known it'd be like this. You still found out even after all the hoops I had to jump through. It was all for nothing. You swing your arms around in defeat. Luke pulls you in closer. It wasn't all for nothing. Seeing you make so many plans just for me makes me really happy. It's a wonderful feeling to know that there is someone who cares so much about a tiny wish you have, no matter how small. To be honest, this is actually my fault. If I wasn't so intuitive about everything, your plan would have been successful. Are you complimenting yourself right now? You try to hold in your laughter, attempting to hit him on the chest. He steps closer and wraps his arms around you, and his smile sweetens. Standing in the falling snow, you start to think of the light colored piece of paper again. Hey, why does your wish say make another perfect snowman? When we went to Winter Paradise back then, the little snowman we were made was pretty close to being perfect. Luke brushes your hair as he hears what you said. He purses his lips slowly. I knew you'd see that. That's because you think that everything I give you is perfect. Luke opens his mouth and continues to explain. However, in your eyes, what you see are the overlapping images of the lover in front of you and the young boy that he once was. The two have traveled through time, slowly merging into one. We did go make snowmen back then. We said that we would both make a small snowman and give it to one another. You were fast in finishing yours and you gave it to me. Then I thought that I had to make a greater and better looking one to give to you. However, when I finally finished it and was about to give it to you, a kid accidentally ran into it. A big part of the little snowman broke off and it wasn't as nice anymore. Only a small part of it was ruined though. Luke shakes his head at you. The tenderness in his eyes forbids you from defending him. Even now, you don't mind it and still think that the little snowman I give you was the best one in the world. However, I've always carried it in my memories. Even back then, I wanted to have the opportunity one day to make much more perfect snowman to give to you. You feel a sweet and warm feeling in your chest upon hearing Luke's words. You can't help but lean into his arms and hug him. The tiny imperfections that you have accepted are engraved in his heart and transformed into his wishes. Winter DIY Cabin. After getting Luke's wish about the little snowman out in the open, you and Luke arrive at the Winter DIY Cabin with your hands entwined. The place that used to be a simple outdoor snowfield is now a multi-area workshop. So much has changed here. But I still can't tell where we were supposed to go to make the snowman. The attraction description wasn't a hoax, was it? Probably not. Before Luke can continue speaking, an amusement park employee waves enthusiastically at the two of you and quickly approaches. Hello there, is this your first time here? Allow me to introduce the cabin to you. You and Luke look at one another and nod. The amusement park staff points at the place filled with shelves up ahead. There are three areas in the cabin. The area up ahead is the tool area. There are all kinds of tools and decorations used for crafting your snowcrafts. You can choose which ones you would like to use based on what you'd like to make. Snowcrafts? Yeah, this place is called the Winter DIY Cabin after all. It would make sense for us to make things with snow, wouldn't you agree? Think about it as a pottery workshop except with snow. If you would turn that way, the area by the window is the crafting area. Everything will make sense if you go and take a look over there. You look in the direction that the employee is pointing and discover a row of half-open windows beyond the shelves. There is a door in the middle and a number of tables by the window with various crafts placed neatly on them. The customers sitting by the table seem to be rolling snow together and have a lot of fun. The temperature control of the crafting area is uniquely designed to allow the artificial snow to keep its shape while keeping the guests warm while crafting. So that's why you call it a pottery workshop using snow. I see the resemblance. It really is cool. Haha, you'll understand the hype when you try it. Outside of the tool area and crafting area, there is also an exterior display area. That's where the door you just saw leads. After the guests shape the snow into what they want, they can place it in the display area to take photos and preserve their memories. The employer then fills you in on the cautionary reminders. You and Luke head to the tool area afterwards. Your basket is already full of decorations halfway through the tool area. At least 90% of them were picked up by Luke. Luke, why did you pick up so many decorations? This is way more than what you need for one little snowman. I haven't decided on how I want it to look, so I pick out all the ones I like. You can never be too prepared. Be that as it may, why don't you just come back and get it when you need it? That won't do. You can't allow the creative flow to be disrupted halfway through. Okay, whatever you say. Shara, I want to talk to you about something. Luke places more things into the basket. He comes to a stop and stares at you as if he is reminded of something. What? When we get to the crafting area later, can we sit separately and make our snowman individually? Don't get me wrong, it's not for that I don't want to make it with you, it's just that You already know exactly what he has in mind before he can finish speaking. Perfection is what the snowman looks like the first time you set your eyes on it. Sure, no problem. But there's also something else you need to talk to me about, right? What? That you'd like me to make something else with the snowman instead of another snowman? After all, I did already give you one when we were little. Luke freezes and realizes that you're messing with him. He walks up and taps you on the nose with his finger. Careful now, I wasn't thinking that at all. You can make anything you like. You smile and nod. The two of you continue to pick out items in the tool area. As agreed, the two of you split up and find a place in the crafting area to make your snow crafts. You look at the basket of white snow next to the table, amazed and confused at the same time. It really doesn't melt. But if not a little snowman, then what should I make? To be honest, what you said just now wasn't just to mess with Luke. It's actually what you're really thinking about. He's doing all this to re-give you a perfect little snowman. You should put in extra effort to make something special for him. Something that is special and has to do with Luke. Oh, I got it. Why don't I make peanuts and pair him with the little bird? Good things come in pairs, and same goes for birds, right? You pick up a ball of fluffy snow and begin to hum as you start crafting. You have no idea how much time has passed, but by the time you realize it, a pair of white birds and decorations appear before your hands. After taking a closer look, you decide to add more details and make them more intricate. Suddenly, you can hear the voice of someone calling warmly out to you. Shrera, look! You look up to find Luke outside. He's leaning on the window and looking at you. He looks to be in high spirits and has a joyful smile on his face. He is as innocent and pure as he was when the two of you were younger. The warm winter sunlight shines upon his full head, his brows and into your heart. Look, this is my surprise for you. You follow his gaze and discover a little snowman wearing a scarf sitting by the window. It looks adorable with its bean-like eye. It glistens as the sun shines across its body. A sweet and warm feeling rises in your chest again. Luke looks at you and speaks in a gentle tone. I can finally give you the long-awaited little snowman. On the way here, I was worried that the same incident would happen again. You know, like how it was when we were younger. But luckily, no accident happened this time. How is it? Do you like it? I'm not sure if what I made is to your liking. Luke has a serious look on his face. He seems to be waiting for a very important response. Even if this tiny snowman is only a small imperfection of the past, small imperfections that you've long accepted. The soft, warm feeling in your chest spreads and envelopes your heart. You smile happily and give him your response. It's wonderful. I like it. I really, really like it. This is the best tiny snowman I've ever seen. Luke smiles after hearing your response. He then reaches his hand out towards you, full of renewed vigor. Here, give me your hand. I'm going to give it to you personally this time. Okay. Winter DIY cabin. After accepting the little snowman Luke gave you, you can't help but look at it again and again while holding it in your palm. We are both moved and filled with joy. Luke returns inside the cabin and stands next to you. Look, this little snowman is amazing. How should I put it? It's perfectly round, and so is the ratio of its head and body. The expression on its face is also priceless. Luke looks very satisfied with your compliments. Of course, my artistic abilities will never disappoint you. Alright, now that I've given you the little snowman, how about mine? Although it's not as good as your little snowman, it's something that I made with all my heart. Look! You show Luke the pair of birds you made. He looks at them for a while and bursts into laughter. Wait, this isn't Peanut, is it? And the bird to the right is a companion that you gave him? Yep, that's right. You made him look a lot thinner. I suppose it can be seen as my wish and blessing for him. Luke nods and approves of your explanation. The two of you decide to find a place for them in the display area for a picture. Winter DIY Cabin Exhibition Area. You arrive at the outdoor display area to find many snowmen made by the other guests. There are all kinds of designs and sizes. However, they all have one thing in common, and that's the joy and devotion their creators had when making them. Look, where do you think we should place them? Anywhere is fine with me, you decide. Why don't we put them somewhere quieter? This is a little snowman that belongs only to me. I would prefer it if fewer people saw it. Luke's eyes flutter as he hears what you said. He looks around the room and points towards somewhere further away. How about over there? I'm sure no one will find in there. You look in the direction Luke is pointing at and notice a tall stand filled with snow in the corner. You're not thinking about actually putting them on that stand, are you? You know me so well, Shiraira. That looks really tall. Are we going to be able to do it? You grab Luke's arm and whisper in his ear. He gently pats your head and chuckles. Don't worry, just leave it to me. I got it. Luke. Not waiting for you to object, Luke walks toward the tall stand with the snowman and birds in his hands. He steps on the tree stump meant to be a decoration, extends his arm and places the little snowman and birds on the windowsill. Luke then brushes his hands. Done! Yay! You can't help but look up at them. The little snowman and the two white birds lean on one another gently on the sunny sill. The warm sunlight scatters from the branches and shines upon them. Without you knowing, Luke grabs you by the waist and you lean in toward him with a smile on your lips. Winter Paradise. After placing and taking a souvenir photo of the little snowman and the birds, you and Luke leave the DIY cabin. You return to the main path and discuss where to go next. You're feeling very relaxed and happy. Although things didn't go exactly as you had planned, Luke's wish was fulfilled nevertheless. Where to next? You wave the map in your hand at Luke. He smiles upon hearing your questions. I already have something in mind. Next, we'll go to the winter tracks. The winter tracks? What? Your heart jolts as you hear Luke say the name of the attraction you placed on your wishing tag. Luke continues to speak before you can voice your question. Remember how we got ready really early in the morning just to go on the winter tracks when we were little? But weren't able to be because we weren't tall enough. We were quite upset for a few days after that. Luke's words bring the memory back. Images of the past flood into your mind. Aside from being unhappy, the aftermath of being too short also included Luke's number of strange ideas on how to quickly grow up. Sure, come try this with me. Yuck, what is that? It's so green. It looks terrible. I heard that you'll be able to grow taller real quick if you drink this. You still want to go on the winter tracks, right? We'll be able to do it once we drink this. Really? Yeah, I heard it's like magic. Maybe I should try it first. Gulp, gulp. Luke shuts his eyes and resolutely chugs down the entire glass of green liquid. You can't help but snicker as you recall that particular memory. Not only were we upset, but we also tried ways to grow taller in a short amount of time. Oh dear, dear Luke, do you still remember the taste of that drink? Alright, stop right there. I was young. Anyways, we don't have to worry about not being tall enough anymore. What do you say? Should we? Of course. You nod at Luke and wrap your arms around his. The two of you make your way toward the winter tracks in high spirits. Seems like remembering not being able to go on the winter tracks is a given now that the two of you are here. It's probably just a coincidence that it coincide with your wishing tags. Winter tracks. Leaving the main path and making your way to the outermost ring of the amusement park, the two of you arrive at the winter tracks. This place looks completely different from before. Not only are the artificial snow mountains in the distance large and magnificent, but the long snow tracks coming down from the middle of the mountain looks both exhilarating and exciting. That's way too high. It was already huge when we were little. Did it grow in proportion to our age or something? Luke laughs as he hears you say that. Why, are you scared? Of course not. In fact, it's making me more excited. Alright, let's go and get in line then. Okay. The two of you walk further in and finally arrive at the entrance to the snow tracks. It actually wouldn't be accurate to call this place the entrance, seeing as you are still about the 300 meters away from the actual thing. Wow, there are a lot of people here. The line is ridiculously long. The snow tracks were the most popular attraction back then, looks like it still is today. Not only that, I feel like it's gotten even more popular than before. How long are we going to have to wait with so many people here? Well, we're already here. Treat it as part of the experience. Besides, you've got me. The wait won't be boring, I promise. Luke makes a face at you, trying to make you laugh. The stress and frustration from having to wait in line slowly fades. Yeah, you're right. Nothing's boring with you around. Hey, the stone strike works the same way they did before. It's a pair of each slide, with one in front and one in the back. Should we do what we did when we were younger and decide whose seats were true don't look over? Sure, I just have to look in a different direction than the one you're pointing, right? I'll definitely beat you this time. After a few rounds, you unfortunately lose to Luke, just as you always did when you were younger. In the end, it is decided that you'll sit in the front with Luke in the rear. I didn't mean to beat you, it's just that my reaction time's just slightly better than yours. Yeah, I'll acknowledge your win. The line moves up only a few meters even after roughly 30 minutes. You stand on your tiptoes and try to get a look at the front of the line. You are unable to see anything as it is dark with the silhouettes of countless people. The stress you felt before begins to return. Look, are we really going to make it in time? Don't worry, we're doing fine. Luke pats you on the head, seemingly trying to comfort you. You take out your phone to look at the time. You glance at the amusement park's official website's attraction schedules and begin to worry. Even though Luke say we're fine, I still feel like we won't be able to make it. Just as your mind wanders, the voice of an amusement park employee sounds from the broadcasting system. Dear guests, due to issues with sunlight interference, the winter tracks will close in 3 hours. Please plan your schedules accordingly. We're very sorry for the inconvenience and thank you for your understanding. The people in line become restless after hearing the broadcast. You are overwhelmed with a feeling of disappointment. With only 3 hours left, the two of you will never make it in time. You thought you would be able to enjoy the winter tracks today and complete what you couldn't before. How unlucky. You sighed and waved your hand. Come on, Luke, let's go to another attraction. It doesn't seem like we'll be able to go on the winter tracks today. Luke does not respond. He looks at you in silence and presses his lips together as if he's made a choice. Although I didn't want to ruin the atmosphere of this experience, it doesn't seem like I have another choice. Don't worry, Sharera. We'll definitely make it on the winter tracks. Huh? Before you can ask any questions, Luke drags you away from the queue. The two of you pass through a narrow path and arrive at a hidden entrance. It looks to be a staff entrance. There is an employee at the door. After Luke gives something to him, he willingly brings the two of you inside. Luke, what's going on? I've never heard of any express lines at the Winter Paradise. Luke slows down as he hears your question. Well, the park wanted to ensure that the guests had a good experience when they opened, so they hired volunteers to help out with the park before the opening. And as a reward, the volunteers were given the privilege to go on one of the attractions without waiting in line. So, as Luke explains, a tiny memory flashes before your eyes. So, would you like to go and revisit Winter Paradise? Well, I've seen countless magnificent sights throughout my years on the job. This is nothing in comparison. The snow here isn't all that impressive. You finally understand. You had your plan and Luke also had a plan of his own. Uh-huh. So you kept that from me all this time. You have a lot of more explaining to do once we're done here. You pinch the palm of Luke's hand and pretend to be angry. He takes the opportunity to grab your hand and gives it a soft kiss. No problem. I'll do as much explaining as you like me to. As for now, why don't we fully enjoy the tracks that we never got to go on before? After the employee explains the necessary precautions and instructions, you and Luke are brought to the starting platform of the winter tracks. You and Luke follow the instructions given and sit in the sled with you in the front and Luke in the back. He extends his arm and wraps them tightly around you. You feel safe and warm in his arms. The wind and snow are slightly colder than down below. You look down at the long snow tracks and your heart skips a bit. It's so high. A warm voice sounds next to your ear. Don't be scared, I'm right here with you. We'll do this together. 3, 2, 1, go. As the employee's countdown ends, the sled carrying you and Luke launches down the tracks from the starting platform. The feeling of weightlessness takes over your body and mind as the sudden drop in snowy wind envelops you. You begin to feel nervous as the sled continues to speed up. Ah, it's so fast! Is it? I think I should go even faster. Luke's playful words brush by your ears along with the violent wind. Your heart skips another beat. You pull on the rope in your hand without knowing, raising the tip of the sled and causing it to enter an even steeper dive. Ah! The sled increasingly picks up in speed. Nervousness and fear overtake you. You frown and nearly shut your eyes in panic, too afraid to look. Look, I can't. Hang in there. Suddenly, you feel something pressing on your left arm. It takes the rope from your hands. Don't worry, stay close to me. Okay. Luke's chin touches the top of your head as he leans forward to adjust the orientation of the sled. You uncontrollably shrink into Luke's arms, hearing nothing but your frantic heartbeats. Don't be afraid, I'm here. Just relax and leave everything to me. As he speaks, you can feel Luke hold on to you even tighter. It seems like he's trying to shield you from the oncoming wind and snow. Okay, I'm not afraid. The knot in your chest slowly unravels as you try to accept the excitement, weightlessness, and the snow flying towards you. Suddenly, the sled zooms past a few small snow piles and heads for a big slope. We're taking off soon. Watch out! The sled takes off and heads straight for the clear blue sky. Luke holds you even tighter as the jump reaches its apex. You can feel the strength in his arms throughout your entire body. And with that, you've lost total control over your body and mind. The impact, restlessness, fall, and every emotion he has brought you, everything becomes entwined and conscious and exhilarating feeling of excitement and joy. Woohoo! Ah! So this is how it feels to surrender yourself to the moment. It's so relaxing and fun. The sled falls back onto the tracks with a gentle thud and continues racing down the same direction. Your heart continues to race and your legs tingle with fear. However, it's a different type of fear. It's the fear that fills you with both curiosity and excitement. That was so exhilarating. Seems like you've gotten used to it. Shall we go even faster this time? Yeah! Luke doesn't reply, but you can feel the sled diving even faster. The whistling wind by your ears grows deafening. You can't help but reach out, wanting to catch a hold on the oncoming wind. If only the snow tracks went on forever, that way we'd never have to stop. Don't worry, we will continue on the path that belongs to us forever. Luke's warm and touching words by your ear are enough to melt the icy snow. You smile as your hearts fill with anticipation. Yes, the path that belongs to just the two of you will never end. Then you should enjoy yourself as much as you can before reaching the end of the track. Woohoo! We're flying! Faster, faster, fast enough so the two of you fly up into the sky again. Snowfield near the winter tracks. Your heart continues to race as you exit the slide. The refreshing and exhilarating experience lingers. Fortunately, there is an empty space covered in snow by the end of the snow tracks. You and Luke fall flat on your back with your arms and legs spread open on the fluffy snow. Phew, I must say, the snow tracks are even more exciting than I had imagined. Good thing you were here. I was so nervous at the start, but it was really exciting and fun later on. Yep, I think I deserve a reward for that. Reward? You haven't even explained yourself yet. Are you trying to wheedle your way out of it? Of course not. I would never do that. Luke splutters as you bring up the incident from before. So, this is what happened. I planned to fulfill your Winter Wish Festival wish from the very beginning. So, I got the restaurant owner to play along with me to find a way to find out what you wanted. However, I didn't expect you to bring out wanting to come to Winter Paradise first, so I just went along with it and agreed. As for what happened later, well, you were there for all of that. However, there is one thing that I must emphasize on. What? Regarding finding out that you wanted to help me fulfill my wish, I honestly didn't know that until we got to the amusement park this morning. The joy and surprise I felt was genuine. I wasn't keeping anything from you. Luke's words are sincere, and his gaze is tender. You feel a warm sensation in your chest, followed by a tiny question popping into your mind. I get it now. But there's still something that I want to ask you. What is it? If the wish that I wrote on the tag wasn't to come to Winter Tracks, does it mean you wouldn't have tried to find a chance to make a snowman? Yes! Luke answers your question before you can even finish. If your wish had nothing to do with the amusement park, I would have no reason to insist on coming here. To me, fulfilling my wish list is not as important compared to yours. Making you happy is the most important thing to me. See that? Your wishes are very important to me. And thus, both of your wishes were fulfilled on the same day and at the same place amid a happy coincidence. The events that led up to completing the wishes were motivated by both of your intentions to fulfill what the other person hoped for. There is no sweeter or more special way for the events to unfold. The snowfall grows heavier, and a snowflake gently lands on the tip of Luke's nose. He brushes it off with his hand and looks to the side of you. Hirara, wanting to make another little snowman with you was my wish. Fulfilling your wish is also another one of my wishes. I have countless more wishes, and they all have to do with you. And all of them have always come from the same place. Luke stutters slightly. The snowflakes gently fall. You are surrounded by the tranquility and peace. But violent winds churn inside your heart, and butterflies flutter in your stomach. The feeling of love becomes uncontrollable. What you just said is exactly how you feel as well. You place your hand on his and part your lips slightly. At this moment, it feels as if you are the only two people left in the world. All these wishes are because I love you. I love you. You and Lou speak the same words with your smiles reflecting in each other's eyes. Each tiny wish is an extension of the love between the two of you. Hand in hand, the two of you will definitely continue to fulfill your loving wishes one after another. Luke's bedroom. A few days after the end of the trip to Winter Paradise, you return to the room after refreshing up to discover Luke examining something while sitting on the bed. Luke, what are you looking at? It's a photo that the park sent. Really? Let me see. Luke hands you the photo. The photo shows your eyes tightly shut and your brows furrowed while you shrink into Luke's arms. Luke, on the other hand, has a cheery smile on his face. Not a hint of fear or nervousness can be seen. The park really takes some great photos. They just had to take a picture with my face looking like that. Hearing your disgruntled tone, Luke moves over closer to you. His eyes sparkle with mirth. Looking like what? I think it's cute. You look even more lively this way. That sweet silver tongue of yours. No, no, I'm just being truthful. Fine, fine, whatever you say. You lie down on the bed and end the bickering. Because you know that no matter how you look like, you will always be the most beautiful to look. You hold up the photo in your hands and look at the two of you in it. You think back on the moment the slide took off into the air. If we go on the tracks again, I'll definitely have a big smile on my face in the entire week. Yep, I think so too. When you can get off work today, I'll come pick you up. I wanna take you somewhere special tonight. Where are we going? Tell me about it first and I'll think about when I can leave. Ahem, then allow me to introduce you. A new stress toy experience room opened up in the city today. I hear it's really fun. They'll be open all night for their grand opening. Not only is it a new experience, but you can also relieve a bit of stress there. Sounds good, doesn't it? That sounds great, but when did you start following this sort of stuff? You didn't read another editorial like how to add assignment to your life or something, did you? You got me. But that's not important. Why don't you think about what kind of stress toy you like first? It's a little hard to think of one off the top of my head, but we still have to go there and see them firsthand to know which kind is better. You're right, nothing beats seeing it for ourselves. Anyway, I'll pick you up when you get off work. Alright, then it's settled. I work hard to get off work on time. Don't worry, I'll wait for you as long as I have to. Look, report in! Report in! What's going on? I only just left. Miss me already? Or do you want me to bring you something delicious when I get home? Neither. It's about peanuts. Peanut? What's wrong with Peanut? He started flying around the house soon after you left. I think he wants to go outside. So I'm here to ask you when you'll be back so we can take him out. Ah, I see. But man, you didn't message me because you miss me. That makes me a little sad. Now I need a little something to motivate myself. Oh please, I already gave you a goodbye kiss when you left. You're being too greedy. Seriously though, when are you coming back? Fine, fine. I should be finished in about half an hour, so I'll be home around 15 minutes. Alright, I'll organize the stuff we need while I wait. Alright, think about where we can take Peanut later. Why don't we go to the artificial lake? I hear they have a lot of pigeons there. Maybe Peanut will be able to make new friends there. Sounds good. Alright then, see you in a bit.